Quit CIMA when I was almost halfway through, and it was the best career decision I ever made. Here's why. If you're new here, I'm Isabel, a certified chartered accountant with more than a decade of experience, and I'm an entrepreneur. Today I'm sharing the real reason I dropped CIMA for ACCA, and trust me, it's not what most people think. When I started my accounting journey, I thought CIMA was the golden ticket. Everyone around me was hyping it up. Management accounting, strategic thinking, big corporate roles. I jumped in head first. But a few months in, I felt something was off. I kept pushing through, telling myself it would click eventually. But the more I studied, the more I realized something important. I was building skills for someone else's path and not mine. By the end of this video, you will know the 3 questions I wish I'd asked myself before choosing a qualification. Questions that could save you years of time and thousands of dollars. Let me paint you a picture of where I was. I was already working as an accountant. Every single day, I dealt with financial statements, audits, tax, and reporting. My role required someone who could handle full spectrum of accounting, not just cost analysis or management reports. But here's what nobody told me about CIMA. It's heavily focused on costing and management accounting. Think of it this way. Imagine you're training to become a surgeon, but you actually want to be a general practitioner. Both are valuable, both are respected, but if you're treating patients with everyday health concerns, all that specialized surgical training isn't aligned with that you actually do. That was with me and CIMA. Here's what I discovered. Discovery number 1, the misalignment. CIMA is brilliant if you are headed towards management accounting, internal consulting, and strategic finance roles in large corporations. CIMA is for you. But I was doing financial accounting. I needed skills in financial reporting, standards, audit, taxation, and compliance, areas where ACCA excels. The second discovery is the difficulty without context. CIMA felt harder than it should have because I couldn't apply what I was learning. When you study something that doesn't connect to your daily work, your brain resists it. I was memorizing concepts I'd never used instead of mastering skills I needed every day. My third discovery, nobody told me. When I started CIMA, nobody sat me down and said, Isabel, look, at your actual job, what do you actually do? And what do you want to be in 5 years' time? Does this qualification match that vision? I just followed what seemed popular to the people I asked for advice. And that's the real problem. We choose qualifications based on excitement or emotions instead of relevance. So before we get to what happened next, if you are finding this useful, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling me, are you currently studying ACCA or CIMA or considering one of them? I read every single comment and I'd love to know where you are in your journey. So here's what I did. I made the switch to ACCA, and honestly, everything changed. Why ACCA was the right fit? The first reason is the perfect alignment. ACCA covered everything I touched daily: financial reporting, corporate law, taxation, audit, and financial management. Every module I studied, I could immediately apply at work. my studying became easier because I wasn't just memorizing, I was reinforcing. The reason number 2 is career synergy. My employer actually valued ACCA because the qualification matched my role. The knowledge I gained made me more competent in my actual job, which led to better performance, reviews, more responsibility, and eventually promotions. The third reason is the long-term vision. I knew I wanted to be a well-rounded accountant and eventually run my own business. ACCA gave me the broad foundation I needed, not just in management, accounting, but in the full financial picture. The bottom line, CIMA isn't a bad qualification. It's an excellent qualification for the right person in the right role. But I wasn't that person. And if you are working in financial accounting, audit, taxation, or you want the flexibility to move across different accounting domains, ACCA might be your answer too. Here is what I want you to take away. Before you commit to any qualification, ask yourself these 3 questions. What does my current job role require? Match the qualifications to your day-to-day reality. The second question you have to ask yourself is, where do I want to be in 5 years? Choose the qualifications that builds the bridge to that future, not just one with the best marketing. Question 4, am I choosing this because it's right for me or because it's popular? Popularity does not equal suitability. Do your thorough research. If this helped you, check out my video where I break down the exact steps I took to pass ACCA while working full-time, including my study routine, the resources I used, and the mistakes I made, so you don't have to. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.